Welcome to Effective Immediately. I'm DJ Hed.
What up, Hip Hop Nation? It's your favorite homegirl, Gina Views.
An eventful week is in the books. Gina Views, outside of hip hop, how are you feeling?
I am overwhelmed. Well, I guess that's hip hop because hip hop got me overwhelmed.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm getting a little sick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a little sick, so I do plan on resting until BET week.
Yeah.
Because you know how our week's gonna get for BET week.
BET is about to be stupid. Gina Views and I will be representing Hip Hop Nation for BET week here at Sirius XM. So if you are an artist and you're watching this and your people are bringing you to do the radio run, as people would call it.
Media room,
tap in with our label relations department here at Sirius XM because we're not booking. All right? But nonetheless, let's get to it because people have been, I've been on D&D for 7 days. I'm living my Gina Views life.
Welcome to peace, man.
I've been on my do not disturb tip because everybody south of the Canadian border has been calling my phone with this shit. Okay? And I am just not interested at the moment. And people think, oh, Hed's awfully quiet. Like I see all the narratives, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's several narratives out there about us right now.
It's so many narratives. We'll get to that. But where do you want to start?
It's really hard for me to even give a fuck about this because my joy has been snatched from me. But, I mean, all in all, we, when this even first happened, we was just happy and excited that Joy was doing what he did because we knew that when he said that lyric, we knew that it was going to shake niggas up.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to shake shit up. And despite, like last year, like, we had fun last year.
I did towards the end. It was a lot.
But we got, there was a lot of positive things that came out
sure.
of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially the Pop Out.
That's where I was talking about where I had fun.
Yeah, that was the first time that we saw so many different sides on one stage. Mm-hmm. We've never seen that before. The last time we saw that was when Nipsey died and everybody pulled up to, to the store.
Yeah.
So I thought that it was good that we can be all at peace and all at one for Kendrick, and I thought that was dope that he could bring all of us together. I don't know if you remember, but not too long before that battle, I interviewed Joe Moses and I interviewed Problem, and then we were in the studio with YG, and I told all of them that they need to give us a show similar to the Millennium Tour.
Oh, yeah.
I said that I would love to see all of y'all together on one stage. So fast forward, the whole situation happens and we finally got that. So that's like a dream of mine as just a little girl that I just want to see all y'all, together.
Yeah.
And from what y'all told me, from shit that I didn't know in the past, that wasn't able to be done because of, internal things going on.
Yeah.
So being that we saw that and now we get this situation and this happening, and then we get this Spiral Cypher from Red Bull where you clearly can tell these three MCs came together, wrote with each other, sparred together, and then performed, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It wasn't forced. It wasn't like it looked good. Like everybody did top tier performances. So I love that we are finally at a space where people from different coasts can come together and create music together and create moments together because we don't have, this year is the anniversary for 106 in Park.
Yeah.
My era does not have a designated platform to create these moments. So now it's up to us as the tastemakers to create these moments for the culture. Everybody used to turn on 106 in Park to get stuff like this. You remember when Kanye and 50 Cent had they back and forth?
I do remember that.
That was there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. That was on 106 in Park.
They were always the designated area. The Breakfast Club is the designated radio show to go and, maybe talk your shit, have your moment. You get what I'm saying? Like, so now it's like, I didn't realize how much of an influence or impact that me and you had.
Me either.
On everybody, LA.
I
on
agree
the
with
West. You. And now we're seeing that it's actually spread from, look at you.
What?
Because I just never saw you do that. I don't even think I ever seen you without glasses.
What you mean? You met me without glasses.
I don't
fool.
know if I met you without glasses.
What the fuck? I just started wearing glasses 2 years ago.
Oh, that's why I hate
We
them
did
stupid-ass
so many
glasses.
red carpets without
Let
glasses.
me see you one more time.
Bro, you real stupid right now. I was, like, you blurry as a motherfucker and stupid right now.
You can't see me?
Yeah, I can see you, but shit.
Dang, I didn't know
Now
you
you
only
in
been wearing them
4K.
for 2 years. Now I'm in 4K.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be long-winded and be talking about this forever just because, like I said, I'm so freaking excited. Like, every day for me this week was like Christmas. Especially today when it was like 7 tracks dropped on the timeline, all back to back to back to back.
Okay. So thank you for saying all of that. I agree with you. I'm gonna say a few things and then we could dive into all of like the lyrics and all of the shit because I know you got notes. So it's a few things. Number one is I am still learning what I mean to people. Like the first time I ever discovered what I mean to people, I think it was when the Kevin Gates shit happened on the radio. And then there was a lot of conversation like offline about that. Like I was like, oh, I didn't know that people cared or invested this much into me. Mm-hmm. Second time that happened was when there was some stuff that happened. It wasn't made public. People don't really know this story or whatever. But there was something that happened with some OGs out here. And rest in peace to Big Y. He actually called me and apologized to me and shit. And it was like a big deal for me because Big Y, because Glasses, Malone, Big Y, Top Dog, like it's a dude named Wacko from Meet the Whoops. Like a lot of these dudes who I consider to be instrumental in where we come from mm-hmm. are people who are pillars of the community, right? Mm-hmm. And so when I started to understand what I mean to those people, I was like, oh, this is a little different. I didn't understand what I meant musically to people until like the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? To be just being perfectly honest. So that's still a new revelation in which I'm trying to explain to people like I'm a fan too. Like I'm allowed to be a fan. I didn't even like hip hop until like I got like my junior year in high school because all of the music that I was listening to, I couldn't relate to. And I was poor, so I couldn't consume music. Mm-hmm. So for everybody that has their Spotify and their YouTube, and there was no YouTube. Like YouTube I'm that old where I predate YouTube. Mm-hmm. So there was nowhere for me to go to get music. In order to get music, I had to go to a CD store and buy a CD mm-hmm. in order to get music. So I couldn't afford to listen to music. That's a real thing. We was couch hopping. I was poor, whatever the case may be. So my introduction to music came at a different cost than most people. So when I have these moments where I'm like, where I'm reflecting, I'm like, damn, like I didn't know. Like it's complete ignorance. Like I didn't know that, oh, this means something to you more so than it means to me. It don't mean anything to me because I wasn't a part of that. Mm-hmm. Long story short, the last thing I'll say is for this specific back and forth, this was not, I don't like the salacious headlines. I called Elliott Wilson out on the bigger picture. I talked to a couple of people from the East Coast. I talked to people from here. Mm-hmm. Stop with with Joey versus the West Coast narrative. That's not what this is. The narrative of the East Coast versus the West Coast, that's not what this is. Joey wanting to go after the top spot. This goes all the way back to the Control verse. Which this is like Jeremy Heck. I don't like that Jeremy Heck has a point where he says that's probably one of the most influential verses of all time. Mm-hmm. Because the Control verse, that addressed a lot of people by name. Mm-hmm. People he left off of that list, one is Joey Badass. Joey Badass dropped a song in response to that back then. Mm-hmm. Basically saying like I'm like me too. Like I'm in the conversation as well, right? They're all considered quote unquote blog era artists. Mm-hmm. Joey Badass is not a new artist, kids. So that being said, Joey responded in that way. He's always wanted that to be in these conversations, but he just never had the motion to do so, right? I'm saying all this to say that Joey did not come for us in that way, like as a host. Dot could have been from Houston. He's chasing that. Mm-hmm. If that was from Houston, he'd have been like, I'm on them. Like so he's Pac-Man. He's right. He's chasing Dot. He wants the spot. He wants to be in that conversation for the spots. By Dot doubling down on our culture, quote unquote, West Coast LA culture, whatever you want to call it, it's like, oh, well, I'm on them then, right? Because that's where the motion is. He said that on the cipher. He's like, well, y'all got the, whatever he said right now, y'all got the spot right now, so that's what I'm on. He said that to Soul in the Spiral Cipher. So I don't like the narrative, Elliott Wilson and everybody else, that it's Joey versus the West Coast. No, it was Joey putting out a cattle call saying, I want to compete. Rightfully so, niggas start answering the call. You dial enough numbers, somebody gonna pick up.
Yeah.
Right? So everybody's calling, Joey's calling, hella niggas picking the phone up. I'm picking the phone up, nigga, I'm picking the phone up. It's not serious. It's a battle. It's a rap battle. I was talking to people that's talking to people that's talking to people, and everybody is like, no, this is rap. This ain't no beef. This ain't none of that. This is we competing. So everybody needs to calm the fuck down when it comes to these narratives, because I think that Elliott Wilson tried to get it off like 4 or 5 times where he was like, it's what the West Coast and what. No, it's not the West Coast. It's like 5 people total.
So let's do this, because they're calling us the voice of this battle.
Who's okay? I mean, all right.
Nigga, you seen it.
No, I'm saying who's calling us that? Just people.
You want me to like give you a list of names?
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
So since you're saying that it's not that, then let's rename what this time is for the era. If it's not Joey versus the West Coast, let's rename it.
Okay, so it's Joey.
Because I think a lot of people are going to be confused because Joey said in the bar, it's too much West Coast dick licking.
Correct.
And then from there, Chike responded and Ray Vaughn responded. Both of them are, well, Chike is not signed to TDE, but we know that he's close to them. Ray Vaughn is with TDE. And the response wasn't, well, correction. Chike did say, keep the coast out your mouth. You ain't unique as you think in his house. But then he also got off a bar and said, keep Kendrick out your mouth.
Right.
So now that makes this a TDE versus Joey Badass.
Not necessarily.
If you're a fan on the outside looking in, we know that it's not that. But if you're a fan on the outside looking in, you're going to look at the voices who are responding. There's TDE people responding.
Okay.
Or TDE close affiliates.
So
Daylyt also dropped a diss track back then.
Right. So let's work through it then. Daylyt is not signed to TDE. Daylyt works with Punch.
You are a professional. We talking to fans.
That's what I'm telling them right now.
Okay.
So Daylyt is not signed to TDE. Daylyt is associated with TDE because Punch has a group called A Room Full of Mirrors. Daylyt is with that crew. AZ Chike is signed to Warner like music. He's not signed to TDE. He's not any way, shape, or form connected with that, other than we just all have a communal effort. This is something that I explained last year during the back and forth. Whereas we have a subculture out here. And if you're from Southern California, so to speak, you kind of understand how it goes. If you're not from Southern California, I will explain it again. Gina Views is, quote unquote, my little sister, right? Even if she, like, say she's blood related, say she's not. She's proclaimed as Gina Views is my little sister, which means that in certain circles, I can make fun of my little sister. You can't make fun of my little sister. That's how we get down out here. This is my family member. I can talk shit about if I have my aunt is on drugs, I could talk shit about my auntie on drugs. Nigga, you can't talk shit about my auntie on drugs. That's just how we get down as a community out here. Most people don't understand that because they're not accustomed to our cultures. Fair. That's why I'm clearing it up. Chike responded, yes, keep the coast out your mouth. Also, he said something about Dot. Basically, hey, bro, you shooting at the homie, now I'm shooting at you. Ray Vaughn, same thing. Ray Vaughn said the same thing when we talked to him. Like, hey, bro, I'm taking all back fades.
Yeah.
Back fade, for those kids who don't know, that's basically like a back fade is like, now the homie ain't gonna fight you, but I'll fight you. That's a back fade, right? Figuratively speaking, not physical altercation. You have to be very clear because, you know, it is what it is. So when it comes to this thing, it wasn't even a Joey. Now, because Joey is good at trolling, and this is where I want to hold media responsible and I want to hold rappers responsible. There are a lot of people who don't understand nuance and they don't understand culture and they don't understand shit talking and stuff like that. So when you say slide on somebody, there's somebody who thinks you really slid, meaning they think you really went and shot at somebody or put in some work or whatever. And so as a community, as a culture, we need to figure out a better way to do a job of explaining certain things that maybe just a disclaimer like, How WWE, hey, this is all entertainment. This shit ain't real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we start throwing that shit on.
I'm not sure, though, if that's fair to the rappers who are leading this because they said that in the cypher.
They said what?
This is not serious.
Oh, yeah.
They said that.
Right. No, I know that part, but I'm just
because you said we got to hold the rappers accountable.
No. I'm saying I'm not singling out the cypher. I'm saying in general, like as rap, when you hear people saying certain things, like there are people who are really getting in trouble by following what you said you did on a record, and they don't even fucking do that in real life. There's an artist who made a whole shit off lean and stuff like that, and don't do no drugs.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like, I would like, me personally, just as an older nigga, I would like us to figure out a system to let people understand what's real and what's fake, because everybody think everything is real.
We're not going to save the world.
No, we're not, but I'm saying I would like that.
Like it's too late. Like, we talking about the internet right now.
Touche.
We can't control the internet. We cannot control narratives that are put out about us.
Touche.
So how the fuck is we gonna fix a system that's been broken this whole time? Like, it's impossible. All of this stuff all of it is objective and is due to personal perception. However you perceive something, however you hear something. Just like you just broke down sliding. You know that's not what that means, but somebody gonna think, oh shit. Even when I tweeted, we need to up the score.
Yeah. People thought that
people in the comments like, oh my gosh, she said, no, that's not what the fuck I'm saying. But I'm not even finna explain myself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I want to stick specifically here on this because, again, how do we label? I understand why people are confused with the West versus Joey, because Joey said it's too much West Coast dick licking, and then all the West Coast niggas responded. How do we label? We have to find, if we're going to say that this is not that, then we have to give it a name.
You talking about give this specific battle a name?
The name of this time and this era and this week is Joey Badass versus the West Coast.
Right, but
that's wrong.
That's wrong.
So let's us rename it.
Okay. Joey Badass versus The Field.
Okay.
Joey Badass versus Daylyt and Ray Vaughn.
Okay.
That's essentially what this. Everybody else is backfading.
Okay.
That's how I look at it. Even niggas like Loaded Lugs, even the homie Kai Cash, like we had him on our show. Like Kai Cash is not an enemy of like LA. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at it's Joey Badass versus Ray Vaughn and Daylyt because he mentioned those two. Reason caught a stray, in my opinion. That's neither here nor there. It's up to Reason to respond. So you could even look at it like Joey Badass versus Reason, Daylyt, and Ray Vaughn, but he was really trying to get at Dot. But he's like, well, fuck it. If I got to go through these niggas to get to Dot, that's what I'm doing, right? It's not, and then everybody else is backfades.
So I think the correct is Joey Badass versus Daylyt and Ray Vaughn, which is what I said last week when I broke down the full response of Ray Vaughn only versus Joey Badass. And niggas was like, well, you didn't bring up Daylyt. We're not talking about Daylyt.
Right.
We're talking about Joey versus Ray Vaughn.
That's how I look at it, yeah.
I said that last week. Well, you didn't mention Daylyt. Daylyt did this. No. That's another battle.
Yeah. That's a separate battle.
Joey Badass versus Ray Vaughn, and then there's Joey Badass versus Daylyt.
Right.
In the midst of that, Reason caught a stray. AZ Chike was the one first who stood up and said something in the beginning. It's no Chike versus Joey because Joey's not even paying no attention to. He called him ass cheek.
Correct.
He called him ass cheek.
And went on about his day.
It went on about his day. Chike been dropping little Easter eggs and music videos. Yeah. He did an amazing diss.
Yeah. He did a whole new record.
That nigga dropped a banger.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a motherfucking chef's kiss. Chike did what we know of him to do. Give us bangers. He's funny. He trolls. Whatever. But that's why I just wanted to say at some point we have to give it a title. We can't just say it's not that. Okay, so what is it?
Joey Badass versus Ray Vaughn.
Ray Vaughn.
Right.
Or
Joey
Badass versus
Daylyt.
Like you corrected me last week when I said, oh, he got at 2 TDE niggas. You like, he not even signed to TDE. There's a lot of people who don't know that.
Correct.
I learned that yesterday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So from the outside looking in, like obviously you are the person who is closer or has more information than everybody. So when people are looking at this battle, it's either versus the West or it's versus TDE. But that's incorrect. right?
Technically, there's only one person who Joey was battling that is on TDE, which is Ray Vaughn.
Exactly.
So all of the trolling, like the TDEast label and the website and all that kind of stuff, it's like it's antics and it's funny and it's cool or whatever, but it does mislead people to think that, oh, it's all these TDE niggas, because people don't know. And that's fine. That's not their fault. That's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
Right.
Like, a lot of people don't, we talk about this all the time. A lot of people don't understand what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And in a sense, I don't know if there's supposed to be a designated person to give everybody this information, but a lot of this shit is just going to go unknown. We can't control this shit.
Touche.
We can't control this shit. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I just want niggas to rap.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. You got me there.
Not everybody.
But what the point is...
Please stop everybody rapping.
The point is...
Wrong. Gina Views is wrong.
No.
She don't want everybody to rap.
No, not all y'all. But at the end of the day, these niggas been rapping and y'all been letting this shit slide. So, shit. But no, I'm just saying, like, for years, I've been putting on ciphers and doing freestyle content and stuff like that. I've been doing that. That's been me. I've been telling people, please stop complaining. Rap. Do you remember the clip? Well, early last week. What was the first one we like? Yeah, it's a new week. Hip hop, niggas rapping, niggas outside. We happy. We having fun. All week, I've been a kid in a candy store. That day when 7 niggas dropped, I was fucking happy. I was just happy. Look at everybody participating. Look at everybody getting along and dropping, diss tracks and stuff on the timeline. This shit's not as serious as niggas was making it. And this is why LA is so fucking stuck behind, because everything got to get so political. Well, now you niggas can't come out here. And now, like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Well, I think that again, that's why I said it's important for, and I don't know whose job. I mean, I try to do my part.
I'm not policing no nigga.
I'm not policing anybody, but I try to do my part in having enough conversations. Like, there are a lot of, whenever things like this kick up, there's a lot of back channel conversations. It's a lot of me on the phone with this person who's on the phone with this person, 3-ways and all kind of shit. Like, hey, bro, we rapping? Yeah, it's rapping.
It's just rap.
Yeah, everybody rapping. Like, it's like we rapping. It's competition. It's not that. It ain't niggas spinning and sliding and you can't come here and it ain't that. This ain't that. There are situations where it be like that. This is not that. This is not one of them.
Not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but I want to give Daylyt and Joey kudos.
Yeah, salute to them.
Making sure that it didn't get there. So why everybody on the timeline talking about what's going on, all that, them niggas was in the background letting niggas know it's not that. And we knew that. We knew it was just, it's just playful. At the end of the day, this shit is a whole rollout. Ray Vaughn sat right there and told us that.
Yeah.
Ray Vaughn told us that.
Hey, Ray Vaughn said it's a rollout. Joey Bada just dropped the thing on the timeline with him and his girl. With
the Ebony cover, right?
The Essence.
Essence cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said he gonna drop an album before August.
Yeah.
Daylyt has a battle with Lux coming up.
Yep.
This is all promo. All this shit is promo.
Yeah.
So to get serious and make it so political and shit, like, now I see the type of shit, not like that, because I don't want to disrespect no era or no, like the 90s or anything like that, but I see why the fuck so much drama was happening.
Well, also, we didn't have that. I mean, back then, though, you got to think, too, there wasn't the internet. So I did notice when I talked to Jeremy Hecht and Elliott Wilson about this, I was like, it is the media driving a lot of stuff because people listen, people don't know. So if I'm in my room if I'm in my room in Inglewood and I don't have no connections to the industry or nothing, all I have to go off of is what Gina Views or DJ Hed is telling me, or, Big Boy or Sway or, Fig Munity or whoever, right? Whoever you watching or listening to. And if somebody says something, for instance, I'm only bringing this up because I just talked to Elliott about this literally earlier. If Elliott Wilson, who is respected and everybody knows, like, he used to run Double XL magazine and he's a credible source, and he says it's the East Coast versus the West Coast and it's up, and I don't have any context, that's what I think. Yeah. That's, to me, I understand where the seriousness comes from in the media, because I told him, which I had to sit and think about it for like 2 days. That's if you know better, that's irresponsible to do with your platform. No different than what old boy does on his stream and just spew, just random shit. Even what Rory said when I was on Rory and Maul, he was like, well, this is a podcast. We don't fact check. Bro, you have to have some level of self-awareness. In real life, he said that.
I thought he was trolling though.
I'm saying even to say that is irresponsible.
Yeah, I get what
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now what you're doing is we have to, you and I included, I'm going to hold us accountable just like I hold everybody else. We have to understand where we are. We're fans. Mm-hmm. But we also have to understand that we are people who kind of control and drive narratives. Mm-hmm. And people look to us for answers and confirmations or dispelment of whatever they're thinking. Mm-hmm. And the way I'm starting to look at it, and I don't know however you want to do it, but the way I'm doing it is every time I say something on the microphone, on the camera, or every time I post something, that's why I haven't posted in like 2 days. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the fuck to post. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's not safe right now.
Right. But I'm just saying I haven't posted in like 2-3 days because I'm like, now I'm in a space where like everything that I do matters beyond me. And I'm looking at it like whatever I say, it's going to be, somebody's going to telephone game it 100 times and it's going to be hundreds of thousands of people who do that. Mm-hmm. So that's the lens that I'm starting to project my influence through. It's like, okay, if I say something, then that means Nay is going to say it to her friends and her group chat, and then they're going to spread it to their group chat, and so on and so on and so forth.
And that's why I got a problem with people playing with my name.
Correct. So that's how I look at it.
But also with us taking accountability for ourselves, I'm not taking accountability for no other niggas.
I agree with you.
Because we didn't say that the West and the East was beefing.
No.
So we shouldn't have to take the back phase for the niggas in media that they gave a microphone to and got a setup and cameras and shit because that's what the fuck they said. Also, if we're going to use this same sentiment, we need to be consistent. So when niggas is doing clown shit and got the West Coast looking crazy on the media level, then we need to check that too. I
agree with you.
Because that's us at the end of the day.
I agree with you.
We can't just be selective.
Also, now I'm gonna counter that.
What?
I think it's different because people look at us different.
That's not my problem. It's not up to me to meet the expectations you have of me in your head.
I agree with you.
That's not my problem.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying that's where that comes from, I think.
Okay. So start looking at them niggas different then. Start looking at them different
because
then.
Like if Gina Views says something, I think Gina Views is looked at different than if a streamer says something who don't have no credibility.
I think people are selective on what they want to look at. Because the conversation was, you doing too much, giving these niggas too much. But nobody said nothing about when I told Elliot, Ray Vaughn about to come kick your fucking buildings down. That's on Twitter. Mm-hmm. He tweeted, at Gina Views and DJ Hed, where's Ray Vaughn? Mm-hmm. I said, don't worry about nothing. He finna come kick them buildings down. I said, Ray Vaughn.
That's a Dog Pound reference, kids. Niggas don't even know what the fuck they're talking
about. What you talking about? I said Ray Vaughn.
Go look up Dog Pound, New York, New York.
Ray Vaughn just put belt to ass. Niggas' main concern was
yeah.
And like you said earlier, it's layers to that song.
Shout out to Joey Badass and shout out to Daylyt, specifically those two. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I haven't talked to Ray yet about after all this shit is done. Daylyt dropped like 2 records back to back, kind of wrapping this whole thing up.
Yeah,
giving props to Joey, saying, "Hey, bro," he tweeted, he said the white flag has been sent. Mm-hmm. It was like a friendly fade, like it's all good. He gave props to Joey's man. He then also said Joey's the king of New York, which that's crazy. I wouldn't say that. Because there's a man named Sean Carter who's still breathing. But he said that. He gave him his props or whatever the case may be. I thought that was dope because I don't remember seeing a quote-unquote battle ending that way where somebody does a dedication song to you and your people. Like, hey, bro, you got that. That was dope. Like, it was good. And then he also said, this is dope for the sport. Like, cool. Like, I really appreciated that.
But that's why this is so cool, and that's why I hate even right now, 22 minutes in, that we even shedding light on the bullshit, even though, we both just went back and forth about it. But this was such a good battle that I feel like this is going to go down in history as one of the greatest battles that we had in hip-hop, especially being that my era, my generation is here to witness it.
Yeah, y'all never really had anything other than Drake and Kendrick.
We haven't had nothing but that.
Well, there were little smaller ones, I guess.
that ended crazy.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about that didn't end crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we able to still talk to both of them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, y'all had some shit back in the day.
Yeah, there's some shit going on. It's some shit going on. I remember some shit I can't never talk about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even when you just said, no, y'all did, I don't want to talk about that one.
Yeah.
Like, this is great. Like I said, like that one day when 7 dropped back to back, it was just amazing. You got, if we just go to the beginning, Joey Do was too much West Coast dick licking. Daylyt drop, Ray Vaughn drop. Boom. We thought Joey was never going to respond. Here go the Cypher. Big Sean, Absol, Joey Badass. Boom. He get at Daylyt. He get at Ray Vaughn. Then the next day, Ray Vaughn drop.
Can we talk about how, I don't know if we should, but I don't give a fuck.
What?
Can we talk about how Joey Badass fucked up our rollout?
Joey Badass did fuck our rollout up.
We had Ray Vaughn coming in for a live conversation. I'll just say that. We had Ray Vaughn coming in for a live conversation. Joey Badass dropped that day.
So people are trying to find the clip of me in the orange when I was standing on the chair. They don't know that's Ray Vaughn right there talking. Yeah. When Ray Vaughn's saying, get in the booth, that's Ray Vaughn talking because we have we got unreleased content with him.
It didn't come out because we were trying to do it in the moment.
It's not gonna make sense.
It wasn't gonna make sense.
Shit start happening too fast.
I ain't gonna lie, Joey dropped too fast.
No, Joey did that.
Bro,
Joey fucking
we had Ray Vaughn
that.
pull up. We was finna go live. We was finna do it up, and then Joey dropped the same day. I'm like, wait, bro, let us.
Can we premiere this episode?
Yeah, we finna cook, bro. Like, what the fuck? But anyway.
But yeah, so Joey dropped Whole Era. Then after Whole Era come out, the finals come out. And then Reason dropped. And then Kai Cash dropped. And then just it's just a whole ripple effect after that. Yeah. This was great.
You know, I'm glad that Kai Cash, I know we got hella shit we gotta get to. We don't have that much time left. But Kai Cash surprised everybody. Yeah. Some people, you know what? People said that Ray Vaughn surprised them too. They was like, I didn't know when he dropped that GoldenEye record.
I was not surprised by Ray Vaughn. I just told you last week I need that nigga to do what he do in front of Justin Incredible. Yeah. I was not surprised by that. When was GoldenEye, right?
GoldenEye.
Oh my God.
Ray Vaughn was rapping.
Dude, fuck the bars, nigga, the artwork.
The artwork was crazy.
The artwork. And then I love that he responded to the dick licking shit because that's like the highlight of the battle because that's the first thing that Joey said when he addressed us. But then he said it again on I forget if he said it on the freestyle. I forget if he said it on the cypher or on the diss track, but whatever, he said it again. And then Ray Vaughn dropped his own dick licking bar. It was too much Diddy talk, though.
It was a lot.
It was too much Diddy talk.
I wasn't surprised by Ray Vaughn at all. I already know what he can do. I know he can go. I was surprised by people being surprised at Kai Cash because he kind of like mild mannered. He don't really be in the mix like that. Like he kind of stay out the way. And then when he jumped out there and he was like, well, who is this Kai Cash nigga? I'm like, oh no, he can rap. Like you got to go listen to his music.
Kai Cash get to it.
And he got dope visuals too. Like his music videos are conceptually dope too. The Loaded Lux thing.
Oh, now I'm getting my joy back.
So look, when he popped out on the record, people was like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?"
Nigga.
I was like, and I thought it was obviously. I was like, "Damn, that's good."
That's good. It's.
I was like, "Damn, we got to one up this shit." Like, I was like, "Fuck!" Like he would have got Loaded Lux. All right, nigga, I need J Rock. Where's J Rock?
Where the fuck is Absol?
I call Soul. I did. I ain't gonna front. I called Soul. Hey, my nigga. Hey. They do one more thing, nigga. I need.
Nigga, has anybody seen JC on? I'm like, did this Lux? Nigga, I'm listening to it. I'm in the kitchen. And I'm listening. I'm like, all right, Joey doing what he already do. All right, boom. Then I just hear this voice. Yeah. And it took me a minute and I'm like, because it don't say feature. Yeah. I'm like, oh, but it's a bar where he say like, you've been running for me. And I know it's been talked about for them having a battle for a long ass time. But nigga, Joey was making chess moves. Yeah. And if you can, just peel back them layers because you just taught me some shit that I didn't know from the other one.
Oh, so on... What's the last? It's so many records.
It's called Crash Dummy.
Crash Dummies. So Joey dropped Crash Dummies. It has a Tupac sample from Hit 'Em Up, right? But he first he dropped the paperwork that he registered TDEast or whatever. which I don't know if it's a real thing. Again, this is not real. Like, it's not a real problem like that. So if he did register TDEast, Top can get a cease and desist sent. It's not a big deal. But he did get TDEast.com. So you go to TDEast.com, his record is up there, or his disc record is up there. Cool, whatever. So he drops that. So he starts this TDEast thing, and then Ray Vaughn responded to it on the GoldenEye shit, right? So on the Crash Dummy record that Joey dropped, he put you got the Tupac sample from Hit 'Em Up. Then you got Tupac wearing the TDEast shirt on the artwork. Then you have Tupac. Then you have Joey coming in and saying, "If you believe in God, believe in TDEast." Now, kids, if you go back and you look at footage from back in the day when Tupac was, quote unquote, I guess he was about to leave Death Row. I don't know what was going on with Death Row, but instead of him leaving Death Row, Suge basically was giving him Death Row East to go run on the East Coast. Tupac got this famous quote on camera, you can go look at the footage, where he says, "If you believe in God, believe in Death Row East." And so Joey Badass on the Crash Dummy song with the Tupac sample from Hit 'Em Up says, "If you believe in God, believe in TDEast," which was like just so many different layers of wittiness. But I was like, yeah. I was like, we need, where the fuck is Soul at? I was like, I'm not going for it. Like, we not going, I'm not going for it. And then right when I started to get reinvested again, I had talked to Daylyt. He was like, yeah, we had our conversation or whatever. And then Daylyt dropped the records, and I'm like, all right, fuck it. Everybody go home.
I think Crash Dummy was my favorite. Not bop, but that was the one that Joey dropped that I can be like, okay, obviously because it's a beat that you can identify with. And then I didn't even know that I was finna hear myself.
Gina Views on the beginning of the record.
Boy.
Now that was like, that obviously mixed emotions. Because I'm like, man, fuck that team. I'm with this team, but I'm like, that's good.
It's good.
I was like, I respect intellect.
Yeah.
I respect witty humor, witty banter and stuff like that. So I'm like, I respect it. Because when we was in here in the moment and you did that, I'm like, oh my God, she gonna be a meme all over the internet. I did not think for a million, like, I never thought in my mind that you would be on the beginning of a fucking record giving a nigga props who is on the other side. I'm like, oh, that's good.
That's good.
Fuck, that's good. Okay, bet. Now I got to figure out how to like you say.
That's why I said fuck. I said I didn't give a fuck that he used me. I said hell no, nigga, we gotta up the score.
Yeah. Because I was like,
I'm like, all right, he used me. It was hard.
Fuck.
It was clever. It was good because I'm on record. I'm gonna give everybody their props. Yeah. I'm not ever gonna sit here and act like nobody is not performing when they are. I don't give a fuck how many times niggas do it to us and don't give us our credit. At some point, we have to stop the pattern. At some point,
bro, I was like,
it's not proactive.
We gotta do something,
nigga. When I heard it, I'm like, nah, y'all gotta up the score.
You know how when you when you watching like a fight and you be like, he finna pull his strap out. You be watching the fight, I be like, yeah, he going to the car. It's like that's how I felt. Like, damn.
Nah, that nigga, but that's the fact that
it's a spirit of competition.
I never even, like, even right now, as you saying it, I never even put together him registering the TDEast thing, but then later on, because it's a buildup. So you register TDEast, but then you rapping about TDEast on the track, and now where you telling me where he's basically mimicking Tupac. Yeah. That outside of just being an incredible MC, that's an amazing creator.
Yeah. I also want to touch on this Ray Vaughn, these couple of these Ray Vaughn points that I had where I saw prominent individuals speaking on the back and forth, and they were saying that Ray Vaughn dropped, it was to this and to that. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, damn. And I think I spoke on this on the bigger picture too, but I was like, damn, like, people really don't understand our shit. Like, and now I remember, let me back up. I was talking to Jason Martin, Problem, And sorry, P, I don't know if you want this out, but I was having a conversation with P. He ain't gonna care. And I was telling him, I said, having to explain our culture, having to explain our culture to people they're not from here, they're not from Southern California, they don't understand it. They don't understand a lot of shit. They don't understand the Mexican shit, why we fuck with Mexicans. They don't understand, like, they just don't get a lot of our stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I was kind of just complaining to him, I guess you could say. I was not venting, but I was mad. I was not mad. I was upset because I'm like, having to continuously defend and explain how we get out in Southern California to the world is exhausting. Mm-hmm. Having to explain what a friendly fade is, having to explain, well, when does it become a non-friend, like just our culture and just things that we do.
And you shouldn't have to do that.
I know, but it's exhausting. Mm-hmm. And so he said, you know what, Hed? He said, people just ain't never going to get it, and I'm just okay with that at this point.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn. And so that's the ideology I've been adopting. And then I was re-triggered when I saw people responding to the GoldenEye record from Ray Vaughn. He's like, he dropped another bop like the Whole Era record.
No, those records are totally different.
But they don't know that.
Those totally different.
They don't understand because they don't understand, like, they don't get it. Yeah. And so I'm just like, damn, it's never going to be a world where people understand it. And so now I'm just completely logged off, like, hey, bro, it ain't for you. You don't get it. But I don't like that these people who are in different positions discount it because it's our stuff, just the way they do GNX. GNX, by far, this nigga's doing stadiums.
GNX is the best rap album that came out last year.
GNX, by far, is, if not my favorite, it probably is my favorite Kendrick project ever. Before it was Section 80.
No, GNX is Kendrick's best album.
But most people who are music critics don't understand it because it has a certain sound and sonic and texture to it that they don't resonate with or they can't relate to. And I relate to that because certain things I can't relate to, I don't fuck with. Mm-hmm. And just because you can't relate to it doesn't mean that you should shun it, put it down. I look at it no different than I have certain people in my life who are like into certain things. I'm not into that shit. Mm-hmm. But I don't put it down just because I don't understand it. Yeah. It's just different. Yeah. And so I look at our music the same way, and I didn't like that Ray Vaughn was getting critiqued in that way because he's doing a certain style of music. No, he needs to do some real hip hop. Well, what the fuck does that mean?
Ray Vaughn needs to get, and that's where because I want to avoid being frustrated, because when I'm frustrated and frazzled, you can see it. Yeah. I start shaking and shit. Look like a little the airhead, little airhead candy just fucking explode. But me and Reason was on Spaces with Rory and Maul. And
oh yeah, I wasn't with that.
We were talking about the whole situation, and I said straight up, Ray Vaughn didn't lose. Yeah, he didn't lose. Yeah. So explain to me how he won. I'm not going back and fifth with nobody. Like, I'm not going back and fifth with nobody. Yeah. Like, that nigga did not lose.
He was rapping.
Ray Vaughn is not getting the credit that he deserves for being the most versatile in this whole battle.
And low key, Ray Vaughn was an underdog.
Yeah, he was an underdog.
Like, Ray Vaughn is relatively a new. Joey Badass was on a freshman cover from, I don't remember what freshman cover that was. Yeah. Like, he's not a new artist. He's a seasoned veteran rap. He got two platinum records, I think, and a gold album. Mm-hmm. Like, he's not a new nigga.
Ray Vaughn dropped 3 tracks and none of them sound the same.
Right.
Crashout Heritage was soulful.
Yep.
Whole Era was a bop. And then what was the last one? GoldenEye. That was that real gritty rap shit, the shit that he does. Now you can see his pen right there. Yeah. Ray Vaughn is the only person that, because a lot of people drop multiple records. Ray Vaughn is the only one who gave us 3 different styles. Nobody else did that.
That's a good point.
Nobody else gave us 3 different styles.
That's a good point.
And he's barring up on all of them. I can bar up soulful, I can bar up on the bop, and I can come to your level and get on that real rap shit. Nobody else did that.
That's a good point.
Nobody else did that.
That's a great point.
I feel like shout out to Reason and Kai Cash. I enjoyed that Reason got a response because Reason dissed New York. Reason went on that was that dot shit. He said, hey, I'm coming. He said, this ain't the New York I know. Yeah. Reason, He said, y'all best rapper is on the podcast.
Yeah.
Did you see Joe?
Oh, they was trying to figure it out?
But Joe was like, nigga, he talking about me. And they was like, okay, but Mace has a show.
Yeah.
What's the Jadakiss has a show now? Like, they was naming everybody. But I feel like Reason not getting credit for, because I feel like the people who responded that day from New York. Oh, shout out to CJ Walker?
CJ Fly.
Shout out to CJ Fly. I'm sorry. CJ Fly responded to Reason. Kai Cash responded to Reason, and J1 responded to Reason as well.
Yeah.
We need to give Reason the credit for getting them niggas to drop too.
Yeah.
Because that was hard. And CJ, he is also somebody who shouted us out in his freestyle, and he used the audio from our show.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was great, man. This was great. I know we leaving some people out, and I want to make sure that I don't leave nobody out, because y'all on y'all last motherfucking string with me, because I'm about to start blocking niggas talking to me crazy. Hitta J3 dropped. Oh my God.
Yeah, Hitta
J3.
Yeah, Hitta dropped some shit. Yeah.
He dropped about 3 back to back. So
that last one though.
No, did he drop something today?
Okay, not the last one then.
Last night he dropped. Whatever the one he dropped last night, I retweeted it.
Okay, yeah, whatever one you retweeted was.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. That nigga was talking.
Yeah, nah. You know what? Hitta, when I think when Hitta focuses, he can. Because I remember him. I remember his songs from like not back in the day, but older songs that he have. Like I think when he really lock in, like he can cook. Yeah, for sure.
But he's also one of them who I needed to get the fuck off Twitter and get in the booth, because you like that. You talented, and we need to see that. I don't like when new niggas or new fans see people and they assume that you are of the entourage or you are a groupie. That nigga gave us a banger. Do your gutter? That nigga gave us a fucking anthem. That's one of our West Coast anthems. And I feel like people don't know of that because all they seeing is the Twitter and shit.
Trolling and
exactly. But he did his thing. I appreciate him. And K-Boy.
Oh, K-Boy, yeah.
K-Boy dropped some shit.
Yeah,
K-Boy is still dropping while we talking right now.
Yeah, K-Boy, just make records.
Put the pens down. Put the pens down.
Everybody's still making. Nah, fuck that. You got to hear mine, bro. Just make your single for the summer, bro. We on summertime now.
A lot of other people did drop too many. Oh, shout out to EpicMustDie. Epic, he did get at niggas. I don't know if you diss me or not, nigga, but I'm with it. Like, I'm not bigger than a program. So if you diss me, whatever. I didn't know if he had fucking dissed me or not, but he is actually... Because I'm like, okay, he said T-Rail strong arm. I don't know if that's a diss or not, but we know about T-Rail arm situation. And then I don't know if he said I got to stand on the chair to get a Gina Views. I don't know what the fuck, but I appreciate niggas participating. Like, I like that y'all are participating, even if you got to say fuck Gina. But if you say crazy. Fuck Gina, I'm on your ass, nigga.
That's crazy.
But it's for the sport. It's like the nigga dissed me on my mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not bigger than a program.
Yeah.
This is hip hop. But yeah, shout out to everybody who participated. And
there was this dude named Glasses sent me this dude from Houston that rap too. Also Mick Jenkins I think he from the Midwest. He dropped something too. It's
a lot of people dropping right now.
I think right now, if y'all didn't get the memo, Daylyt said it's over. So yeah. Everybody just make your.
But Ray Vaughn and Joey did not throw up. They didn't throw up no white flag, and just said that it was separate battles.
Touche.
So Daylyt and Joey is over.
Okay, fine.
And that nigga still taking shots at Dot.
If you got backface for Daylyt, that shit over with. Make your summer record make your record for the summer. Like, it's finna be a hot ass summer on the West. They say the white people say it's gonna be 90 degrees in LA all summer. Just let's get to that.
I think now is the time too. It's like, all right, y'all all drop y'all freestyles, because it's not nothing that. Remember back in the day when a song would come out and then everybody would rap on that beat? Yeah. Hard in the Paint, for example.
Yeah.
The Crips had one. The Bloods had one. Every hood in the city had a Hard in the Paint.
Remake.
So so many people dropping, it's not. I am overwhelmed because there's too many people, but back then it would just be more structured because it would be like on one beat or it was more like a trend. It was the challenge before challenge.
Oh, it was.
That was the challenge before the challenge.
It was.
That's what that was. When a song would come out, everybody would rap on that beat. So even when I'm like, y'all niggas need to rap and stuff, that's what I'm talking about.
Just go rap on.
Just go rap.
You don't have to diss nobody. And
it don't even. I mean, I like that too, but it don't even have to be
you and
that.
Elliot, bro. Y'all.
It don't have to be that. But saying all that to say, I think now is the time. Now that we have these eyes and y'all see what we can do, let's continue to make noise, but when it makes sense.
Yeah. I'm a fan because I'm just that guy, and I'm in the music industry as well as I'm media. Just make records, make some shit that everybody can play and listen to. Gina gonna get dressed to it.
Yeah, she
gonna play it. She don't listen. I mean, she loves R&B, but if it's some hard ass rap shit,
I'll put it on pause.
Yeah.
I will put it on pause.
She gonna the music to get dressed to, the shit the DJ is gonna play, the shit that people gonna stream at the kickbacks and the functions, and it's that time now. Like it's about time to get outside, get out them basements, and enjoy life, because we don't know what this nigga Trump just did some shit that I don't know how long we gonna be able to enjoy.
Speaking of that, you saying that though, I want to give a shout out to Shoreline Mafia.
Yep.
And YG, because they drop in Hollywood. Well, shit. Obviously, y'all know we pre-record this shit. By the time you watch this, the song gonna be out. It's the banger. This is the one that I've been talking about for months, saying that somebody else is coming, and that name drop on there. That name drop is on there.
Yeah.
So that might wake some more shit up too.
It's cool. Like I like people getting involved.
Yeah.
I just want it to be a banger.
That motherfucker bang.
Selfishly, I just want it to be a banger.
That
like
one.
You know what I'm saying?
If niggas heard you preaching about the BPMs and giving us slaps, if anybody heard you, they did.
Yeah, shout out to Shoreline. That album not bad too. Shoreline Mafia is back. If you're not familiar with Shoreline Mafia, shout out to Phoenix and OGZ. They back together, popping. Shoreline Mafia is one of the biggest groups to ever come out of the LA area out here. They sell out venues. They just did the Toyota Arena. Like, you know what I'm saying? They did the Shrine Auditorium 2 nights in a row, which is crazy. Like, people ain't selling tickets like them. So, shout out to OGZ and Phoenix and Shoreline Mafia. Shout out to my dude Rory. Go get that album. That's out right now. I just seen OGZ. He was at the Kendrick show. Put some respect on Dot's name. If you want to know the final thought, no, I don't think Dot is going to respond. Joey might get a bar on the next album, but I don't think he's going to respond. I don't think you're ever going to get that, Joe. So, just, you announced congrats on the baby coming. Congrats on the success. Hopefully we'll see what happens with Ray Vaughn, and the Good, the Bad, the Dollar Menu is out right now. AZ Chike got that album on the way. I heard he got some shit on there. Like, I'm excited for music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that shout out to Daylyt for being who he is, being an elder statesman and being a mature adult in this, because we need that amongst so many people who are not being adults and mature. And shout out to Kai Cash too. Now he off the porch. Now people knowing who he is. We're going to probably do something with him for BET weekend.
Let's shout out all the back fades.
Okay, go ahead.
Reason, you already said Kai Cash. Chike, you said that. CJ McFly, Hitta J3, Eastside K-Boy, J1. We did not talk about J1.
Oh, yeah. J1. Who else?
That's it.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I forgot.
I think Prince, the homie Prince dropped something. Like, bro, it's so many niggas dropped. Like, I don't want, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying?
You know what's going to happen. So let me go find Elliot tweet. Let me go find Elliot tweet, since we pleasing everybody these days. Let me go find that motherfucker. Elliot tweet too damn much.
See what I'm saying?
Elliot. I'm gonna have to teach Elliot some timeline decorum, because Elliot Wilson tweets too motherfucking much. This is too much. Nick Caution.
Okay.
Nick Caution drops, and okay, we said it. We did. We hit everybody.
All right,
we said
sure.
Everybody else.
But yeah, this is our recap. Next week we get back to business as usual.
I'm never talking about you niggas again.
We get back to business as usual. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff on the content, and make sure you check out all our past interviews. Go get your Gina Views merch. She closed the laptop. Where can
HoFashions.com. You can get the shirt on HoFashions.com, and you can also get a card game on HoFashions.com.
We trying to get the merch up right now for effective immediately. If you want to go get the Stay on Stream shirt, is still up right now. Go to culturemerch.shop. That's where you'll find all of our merch as well.
I love the way that I'm not even trolling you right now. I'm being so fucking serious because I know it started off as a troll, but I like the way that you rebranded Stay on Stream because that's yours. Karen told me, she said, "Yeah, I have to text Hed, tell him Stay on Stream."
Karen, shout out to Karen Civil. She for sure text me, "Stay on Stream," and then Joey dropped like right after that. I was like, "Son of a bitch."
It's just the gag is really that.
It's like
Drake told Kaiser not stay on stream.
Yeah.
And you've been using that shit ever since. But it's good.
Yeah.
It's good and it's funny, especially when you know where it came from. But to me, that's your shit.
Bro, Karen texted me, "Stay on Stream." I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, make sure you appreciate everybody for listening and watching. Make sure you comment and subscribe. Please do that subscription. We on our way to 30K. Once we get to 30K, we'll launch our premium service for you all. So we'll do that at 30K.
Okay. All right. That's what we're doing. I was going to take my lashes off, but we can do that.
You don't take your lashes off?
No, we're going to do that.
Once we get to 40K, we take your lashes off?
They're going to have to spend some money.
50K.
100.
100K, man.
You already giving them a premium subscription?
Thank you for watching. It's effective immediately.
Shout out to hip hop.